So I'm here with Todd Troy at Muirfield at 16. Todd, tell us where you're from back home, and tell us why you came up to the States and what you've done so far.
I'm from the Hunter Valley in New South Wales, Australia, which is about 2 hours north of Sydney. I did my 3 years at Curry TAFE. I did my apprenticeship at Cypress Lakes Resort in the Hunter there. I come over here in March 2014, end of March 2014, to where I went straight to went to RTJ, Robert Trent Jones Golf Club in Lake Manassas, Virginia, and then from there we did plenty of stuff there. We did 18-hole bunker reconstruction, installing the Better Billy bunker systems, which was a great learning experience. We remodeled a bunch of fairways. We learned sodding and spraying and a bunch of irrigation and all sorts of different techniques that are different from home. And then from there we went down to Bay Hill, which is in Orlando, Florida, which is Mr. Palmer's course. It has the Arnold Palmer Invitational every year. You'd already done the tournament at Congressional. Yeah, I did the tournament at Congressional, which was, I want to say June. Yeah. Around June.
Yeah. Hot as hell.
Hot as hell. Justin Rose won the tournament there that year.
Yeah, great experience going in there and doing that.
Yeah, it was an awesome experience. We as RTJ interns, we raked bunkers every morning and then cut fairways of an afternoon, which was awesome. I mean, it's an experience that you don't get in other places. And
then working for Mr. Palmer down there in Bay Hill and doing that tournament, how different was that?
Mr. Palmer's tournament was good. It was a lot different from being up in the north of the country. It's warm season grass down there. It's all cooch, or Bermuda as they like to call it here. Yeah. It's Bermuda wall to wall, overseeded with rye and Poa triv.
Yeah. And you also did Tiger's Tavistock Cup down there.
Yeah, I did the Hero World Challenge at Isleworth, which is around the corner from Bay Hill.
God.
We were there for 8 days, I think, and that was a great experience.
So for the guy back in class, this has got to be a record. I mean, this is you're going to have a total of 5 tournaments when you're done. What else? You're going to do the tournament here, Memorial?
Yeah, I do the tournament here, Memorial, which is in about 30 days. So we're getting pretty busy now, and then I'll have the tournament at RTJ, which will be late July, which is the middle of summer instead of the middle of winter.
For the guy back in class, how good is that? I mean, that'll be an all-time record. I don't think I've had anybody ever do 5 tournaments. I mean, you pick up something new from every one, don't you?
Yeah, you do. They're all different. I mean, each superintendent or director of golf is different. They all have their own unique ways of doing different things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, would you recommend this to a lad coming up? I mean, this is not easy, is it? You're going to be in charge of bunkers here now for this tournament, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'd recommend it for sure. There's so many different experiences that you get here that you just don't get at home. You just can't get at home. I mean, yeah. I don't know of any courses at home that have, upwards of 40 staff, everyone hands on deck for, 12 or 13, 14 hours a day, right, week in, week out. Right. I mean, right.
Would you say your confidence has built a lot since you came up here, Todd? I mean, it's changed, like what you've done.
Yeah, my confidence has grown a lot. I'm a lot more self-confident in what I can do and what I can handle and how far I can push myself more so than, back at home where it was like, 40 hours or 42 hours was a big week. I mean, you do that before Tuesday here.
Yeah, and I mean, really, with what you've done so far, I mean, it's really been, every place has been different, but you didn't take the easy road, did you? I mean, you chose to come here to Muirfield, which is one of the most demanding golf courses.
Yeah, that's right. I had the opportunity to go back to RTJ, back to Mr. Furlong, but I chose not to. I chose to come up here to Muirfield and work Mr. Nicholas's tournament, the Memorial, more for the learning experience of it. There's a lot more, there's probably not more staff here, but more trained staff.
Yeah.
There's more training to do. You can always learn if you're at a different place rather than going back to the same habits.
Right. Yeah.
They do stuff differently here. I mean, it's Muirfield Village.
It's Muirfield Village. There's no other word to explain it, is there? But
no, not really.
But you're glad you did it, though. I mean, and for the lad back home, I mean, this takes a special kind of person to come up here and do this, doesn't it? I mean, you wouldn't discourage people from doing this kind of path that you've taken, would you?
No, not at all. I mean, it's definitely a different experience, and it's definitely a learning curve. And I mean, apart from work, you know, you get to go out. You know, you go out and have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to a bunch of places. I've been to New York. I've been to Miami.
Yeah.
You know, I've travelled up and down the East Coast in the car twice.
You've been to Disney and Universal.
Disney and Universal.
Yeah.
I mean,
Texas.
I've been to DC. I've been to Texas.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not all. It sounds bad, but it's not all. You know, fun and games. There's a lot of social time as well. Like, isn't there? I mean,
right.
So,
there's a lot of time to. You know, there's time to work and there's time to play. But
yeah. Absolutely.
It sounds like you're doing a lot of work, but at the end of the day, you know, everyone's here. We're all a team.
Yeah.
We all get to go out together at the end. So
absolutely, you know. But I mean, from a standpoint of you know, doing this, how good is this going to help you when you go get a job? I mean, you've seen so much variety around here. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great when I go and get a job, you know, outside of the program.
Right.
You know, more so for the different experiences that I've had.
Yeah.
You know, on all sorts of different cool and warm season grasses. I mean, you go anywhere else in the world, and they love people from the program, and you know, they love the fact that, you know, you've put in the hard work, and everyone knows that, you know, once you've been on the program, you've put the hard work in, and you're ready to move on. You're ready to become the next super or assistant or
absolutely
whatever it needed to be.
Well, not too many people have worked for Mr. Palmer, and I mean, Mr. Nicholas at the same time on their resume. You know, at your age, I mean, that's pretty hell of a compliment, you know.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I met Mr. Palmer several times. I mean, he's a gentleman.
Yeah.
As always. He was great to work for, and Mr. Nicholas hasn't been up here yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's not too far away.
He'll be here soon, I'm sure, checking on you guys. And his bunkers are a pet thing. He'll be after you if the levels are not consistent, you know.
Yeah, I'm about to start fine-tuning bunkers, which is a process of, you know, watering and stuff.
Absolutely. So. Well, listen, we appreciate your time and definitely want to see more good Aussies come up here. I mean, there's that's got to be a record. 5 tournaments, you know, in the time you're here. Nobody'll have a resume like that. I mean, you'll be rocking when you come out of this program, you know, and we appreciate that very much, and we just hope that you can get a good job out of this, you know.
Yeah. I appreciate the opportunity to come over, and you know, the support that you get from yourself, Mike, and the other guys at Ohio State is, you know, outstanding. Whether it be just a quick phone call to make sure you're not homesick, to you know, washing your passport and trying to get a new one.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, it's great. It's a good opportunity, and definitely an opportunity that's opened my eyes up to the world.
Absolutely. Well, listen, best of luck in the rest of the year here, and hopefully just keep on going and get a good job out of this somewhere.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right. Thanks so much, buddy.